Hey, what's going on, guys? Joseph back with another YouTube video, and today we are going to be going over my battle belts or war belts or range belt setup, really whatever you want to call it. Battle belt slash war belt is the more common term that you'll see on the social medias and whenever you look up on YouTube or if you Google something like that. Those would be the two most common ones that most people use. I know that's what I look for. The belt that I have today is the Tactical Molly belt from Lead Devil USA. I just happen to have a shirt of theirs. Or I'm sorry, they happened to send me a shirt when I ordered my belts. I can't really recall why they sent me one. They just did, which I'm not complaining. It's a nice shirt. It's got their logo, Lead Devil USA, established 2017. Their motto is "Get Some," and I believe, it's also got the American flag on it as well, which I like a lot. A lot of the shirts that I own actually have the American flag because, ones I buy from Academy or just from any other Patriot store. The belt itself is a double belt system, unlike the one from T-Rex Arms, like the Orion belt, which not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong with it. I just prefer the double belt system myself. When I say double belt, that basically means that there's an inner belt, which you would loop through the pant loops on the pants or shorts that you're wearing. Because I have seen guys rock a war belt at the range before, or even in some YouTube videos where they're just wearing shorts. I know Matt Best from Black Rifle Coffee. There's been times where he's done range videos and he's wearing shorts and flip-flops, and he's got a battle belt on with all of his magazine pouches and stuff like that. So basically, you feed comes in two parts. I'm currently wearing the inner belt that comes with the belt that I ordered from Lead Devil. This inner belt right here is one that I have from an old belt of mine. This one is from Safe Life Defense, which, if you don't know who they are, it's a really cool company. They make primarily vests, whether it be a tack vest or like a vest that you would wear if you're like EMS or law enforcement. They have like pouches and zippers and pockets and all that kind of stuff on the vest itself that allow you to carry your everyday stuff, pens, pencils, notepads, things like that. But basically, this is what an inner belt looks like. It's really just kind of a plain Jane. It has the hook Velcro on the outside of it, so you would feed it through. So essentially, this is kind of how it would sit on your body when you'd be wearing it. And you can wear this just as a regular belt. So if you're going to be going to the range one day or something like that, you can put this as a regular belt, and it'll hold your pants up. As long as you adjust it to however tight you would need it. Obviously don't cut off circulation, but don't be sagging either, because when you strap on a belt, depending on what your setup is, you're strapping on anywhere from 5 pounds to more, depending on what you're running. Right now, I have a real basic setup on my belt. I have I have 4 magazine pouches, 2 pistol and 2 AR-15, specifically 5.56. They're both the S-Tac Kiwi brand, and they're attached with the Malice clips. And then I have a T-Rex Arms dump pouch, and then I have a Leatherman multi-tool, which I feel like it's always good to have a multi-tool. Some people, you'll see that they're running knives or blades on it, which I intend to buy one, but just for helping clear malfunctions, like if you have like a double feed or if you have a jam, or if you just need to, if you need to fix something on the range. Most multi-tools come with like a small screwdriver, whether it be a Phillips or a flathead. You have a knife, they have the pliers, so it's good to have one of those, just to have it on your belt. Technically you could put it in a pocket or something like that, but I have a little, a soft Scorpion pistol magazine pouch from G-Code that I use to have that for. It retains it really well, and I have it right next to my holster, so if I need it, I can just grab it right there at my, so that'd be, 4 o'clock? Yeah, 4 or 5 o'clock, whatever, position. So there's the inner belt, and then the outer belt is here. I know there's going to be some people that may watch this video, and all these magazines are unloaded. I just have them in here for show so you can see what kind of spacing I have. So this is the belt itself. Most belts that you're going to buy come standard with the Cobra buckle, which if you look on the top side of it, you have these little teeth on the top and bottom, which you'll just depress those towards this part of the buckle, and that's what opens it. And then you just feed it back in. I usually like to give it a little wiggle because sometimes, I'm a bigger guy, so when I put it in, sometimes it'll go in at an angle. So if you give it that little bit of a shimmy, it'll make sure that both of the teeth catch it on either side of the lock, just to make sure it's secure, and make sure you don't damage it and stuff like that. So again, this is their tactical dual-lined molly. I opted for the one with the D-ring, which I can't remember why, to be completely honest with you. It's got their logo right there. Again, that's Lead Devil USA. So just kind of going around. So I shoot with my right hand, therefore I load with my left. So all of the magazine pouches are going to be on the left side of the belt. So this is the 12 o'clock position, obviously, where the buckle will be located on my pants. So I guess technically you call this 11 o'clock, and you could call this 9-ish, something like that. I got 2 Glock magazines because I primarily, pretty much all I own is I do have a 1911, which, yes, I know. Don't judge me, okay? I love 1911s. I really like them. I have yet to find a holster for one, but definitely when I do, I'm sure I'll be buying another belt to run a 1911 platform with. It'll probably be something similar to this, probably a couple of mag pouches, a couple of AR-15 magazines. I don't know about the caliber yet, because I do plan on buying another AR-15, maybe if you're under blackout or something like that here in the near future, which that'd be really cool. Maybe an SBR or a pistol, so I can run like a 10.5 or an 11.5. But anyways, back to the belt. So these are the S-Tac Kiwi double magazine pouches. I actually ordered these from T-Rex Arms because I was ordering their dump pouch, which, as you can see here, and they sell the S-Tac Kiwi mag pouches both for pistol and rifle, and they have different caliber for rifle. For the most part, with the exception of 1911, for most part, any standard double stack magazine will fit in the S-Tac Kiwi mag pouches. I know you can buy them for different brands, Glock, Smith & Wesson, the M&P series, Staccato, the STI series, things like that. But I'm pretty sure for the most part they'll fit in any standard magazine or double stack pistol pouch. Next over, like I said, to my 9 o'clock-ish, whatever you want to call it, I have a double S-Tac Kiwi 5.56 magazine pouch, just for your standard AR-15 magazines. You can run steel mags in these. I prefer P-mags. That's just my personal preference. You can run whatever you want. Again, that's perfect. That's completely up to you. I do have a steel mag. I just don't have it with me, and it will fit in this magazine pouch. The good thing about S-Tacs is that they have the cloth outer, so when you're bumping into stuff, they don't really make a lot of noise compared to some other ones. But they have a Kydex insert, which if you listen, that's what that noise is. And you can't really hear it on the pistol ones, but it's good because it has fairly good retention on it. So when if you're running competition, or if you're, like I said, if you're doing just drills and stuff like that, that your stuff will be secure, but it'll also stay in place. It won't be flopping out everywhere and things like that. Going past that, I have the T-Rex Arms dump pouch, which This little Velcro part right here, there's a flap on the inside that you can use to secure it. Basically what the dump pouch is for, well, it can be used for a number of things. Currently I have in here just a few empty magazines. I think I have a total of 3 or 4 Glock mags. Yeah, 4. But not only could you put pistol mags, you can put AR-15 mags. I think if you watch the video on their channel, they have a little tutorial video. I think you can put maybe like 3 or 4 P mags and maybe like 5 or 6 Glock mags. And mind you, these Glock mags that I have extensions on them. They have like plus 5 extensions on them, or I guess technically plus 6 on them. So they're not your standard 17 round or 15 round Glock magazines. They're holding 23 to 24 rounds depending on what you have. So like I said, the dump pouch can be used for a number of things. It can be used to hold magazines. You can put drinks in it, depending on if you're going to the range for a long time. I mean, if you don't want to keep going back to your table, you could put pens, markers. If you have your own range, or whenever you're putting up new targets, you can put a stapler in there, or you can have like little tweezers or whatever to hold it in place. So it's good to have a dump pouch. You are able to roll it up if you want. I think I'll just keep mine open for the time being, because if I ever am at the range and I could have extra loaded magazines in here, so if I shoot through the primary ones I have already in the magazine pouches, I could switch them out. I can re-index them. That way I don't have to keep going back to my table and load, put them back in the mag pouches, go out, do my drill, come back, load, stuff like that. So that's real handy to have. You'll notice there's a quite significant gap here. I do plan on getting a IFAK medical kit, or whatever the hell it's called, a med kit essentially, because that's one thing that whether you're new or experienced, you should always have medical gear on you at all times, especially when you're shooting, because even the most experienced people that shoot firearms are not, that doesn't mean they're not susceptible to shooting themselves in the foot. As simple as it is. So it's always good to have one on you in case something does happen. It's always good to be prepared and have it and not need it, rather than need it and not have it. Moving past the blank space, this is my Leatherman multi-tool I was telling you about. Nothing special about it. I've had it for a few years now. Like I said, it's got a knife on it. It's got a screwdriver. It's got the pliers that open up on the inside, so it's real good to have. This is the G-Code soft shell Scorpion pistol pouch, single pistol pouch, which obviously I could put a pistol mag in here if I wanted to, but primarily I have this for my multi-tool. This, I'm sure you probably saw this when I initially picked it up. Probably like, Joseph, what the hell is that? This is for my holster, which is the actual attachment itself is the Safariland 6005 leg shroud. So it's got a detachable part, got a detachable clip here on it, and then the leg shroud itself has my holster on it and stuff like that, which I'll show that to y'all in a minute. I like it a lot. It's just where I prefer to draw. So it's not super low, but it's not super high either. Sometimes you'll see guys that they run a leg shroud, but with just like the leg strap, and it's like super high on them, and that's fine. I just don't prefer that. Like I said, I prefer to have it kind of where my hand will naturally rest whenever I stand, which I'm going to show that here in a moment. I'm going to stop the video here for a second. I'm going to go ahead and get everything together, put my belt on, and show you how it works, and then we'll go from there. So stand by. Alright guys, so back in here, you may notice you're at a different angle. I decided to stand up for this part here. So I have the belt on, which I'll give you a quick view. These are the mag pouches, the pistol mags, the rifle mags, gun pouch, my Leatherman, which like I I said, it's really easy to re-index. Just use your pointer finger and just kind of get that back into its place. I have my holster on, which currently I have the holster that I currently have for my Gen 5 Glock 17 is from QVO Tactical. It's their secondary outside the waistband holster, which should I here now. It's in black multicam, which it's a really nice holster, Kedora wrapped, so it's Kydex on the inside, and then it's got the fabric or the Kedora on the outside. And I have it with the with the Safariland QLS platform. So I have the fork on here, which you attach to your holster, obviously. And then on my 6005 leg shroud, I have the receiver plate. So you just lock it into place. Let you get a click, give it a little tug, take your firearm, and yes, it is clear. Safe direction, and then just index it into the holster. And like I said, the leg shroud itself that I have, it's the 6005 model from Safariland. I got it in black, but I have a tan leg strap, kind of going with the theme, in case you haven't noticed. The reason I got this is because, like I said, where I just kind of leave where my arms naturally hang on. I'm not slouching or anything like that. This is just if I were standing up straight. You notice that my hand naturally falls to this spot on my leg. So if I were running like a Blackhawk Serpa holster, you know, it hangs much lower, so I would have to actually do this motion when I wanted to draw versus I can just draw. So, you know, just natural hangs down, draw, fire, reload, you know, do whatever I have to do. I'm going to make a separate video on my Glock, which it's really nice. I bought this stock, but as you can see, there's a few things on it that have changed. I really like it a lot. I'll go over who did the slide, the optic, the sights, the lights. You know, I'll go over everything, probably in a separate video. Now the other thing is that since I run Glocks, you know, Glocks you can do a lot of things with. So what I like to do is, you know, like for example, this is the first time I've ever had a red dot on a pistol. And like I said, unfortunately, you know, with COVID going on, everything like that right now, it's kind of hard to go to the range. But it's good. It's good. You know, you can always dry fire at home. Obviously, dry firing is not going to give you the, you know, the exact. It's not the same. Essentially, is what I'm trying to say. You know, it's not the same as if you're going to the range to actually get some shots down range and stuff like that. But it's good to help you work on your draw. You know, make sure that you're getting a consistent draw all the time. You know, just keep going and everything like that. But like I said, one of the things I like about Safariland is that you can, if you run different pistols, as long as you have the locking fork, you can run a different holster or a different setup. So like for example, this is the Safariland 7395. It is one of their ALS systems, which, let me get my screen back up. So ALS stands for Active Locking System, which if you'll notice there's a little nub, and that locks onto, I believe the trigger guard of the firearm itself. Not 100% sure, but inserts, and that click, that means that it's locked into place. So you can give it a tug all you want. I'm sure you'll fuck up your gun, but it's not going anywhere unless you depress that with your thumb, and the gun just slides out. Now I did order one of their ALS RDS systems, which is for people who run a red dot. which a lot of law enforcement are starting to do that nowadays. It's pretty common that you'll see a lot of larger or even smaller law enforcement that they're letting officers use their personal firearms when they're on patrol. So you'll see them with red dots and suppressor hide sights and stuff like that. This is my Gen 4 Glock 19. This holster is for Glock 17, but the good thing about Safariland is that as long as it's one size up, you can still run that firearm. So if I had, like I said, the biggest one I have is a Glock 17. If I had a Glock 34 holster, which is the next size up in Glock, I could still run my Glock 17 with the red dot on it. There would just be a little extra space towards where the barrel is, kind of like how this is now. But I mean, you can still, empty mag going into an empty Glock. You can still, draw, fire, drop it, reload, rack, fire, and then reholster. That's one of the cool things about Safariland. But enough about Safariland. Like I said, I really love the company. It's an awesome company to buy products with. The unfortunate thing right now is, like I said, I did order a ALS RDS holster from Safariland for my Gen 5 Glock 17 so I could run it with an optic, because right now all I have is my QVO holster, which I love this holster to death, but I just like, I don't know, there's something about Safariland, just hearing that, when you just reholster it, just that, God, awesome. And plus it makes you look cooler. Like, I know I'm a little chubby, but I look pretty cool, if I do say so myself. And if you think that I don't look cool, then you're not invited to my Christmas party. So, yeah. Sucks to be you, bud. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I appreciate anyone who took the time to watch this video. I'm just a guy in Texas just trying to make videos for fun, because fun right now is hard to come by with Corona or with COVID going on currently. So anything that you can take fun in, take pleasure in, whether that be making the videos, watching the videos, being a nice person in the comments, because if you're mean, I will ban you from my comment section. I have no place for people who are rude in my comments. But yeah, guys, like I said, feel free to follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Same thing as the YouTube channel. It's Taco X Tactical. I'll leave a link to QVO and Let Devil, Safariland, S-Tac, T-Rex Arms for their dump pouch. T-Rex Arms, if you're watching this, how about hit your boy up with a sponsorship? About holsters from you. Let's work together. I'm just kidding, but not really. But yeah, guys, that'll be it for the belt video. Again, this is Joseph with the Taco X Tactical YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by, and have a wonderful day.